and this is my special event speech for my fundamental speech class. There are many things I could have talked to you guys about today. I could have faked my speech about someone getting married or a graduation speech, but I felt like having my speech meant for juniors. As you know, I'm a junior too, which means I'm in the same boat as the rest of you. This won't be a sentimental speech, but instead I'll be giving you tips on what you should do to make your senior year better. I'm not sure if you guys have realized yet, but we have more or less a year left. And while this thought goes through my head daily, it might not for the rest of you. So I'll put it in perspective. In less than 1 year, you'll apply to the colleges of your choice. In less than 1 year, you will hopefully have the SAT and ACT score you desire. In less than 1 year, you will have toured almost 1 million colleges, and in less than 1 year, your future will take its course. In almost 1 year, we will leave high school forever to begin the next step of our lives and leave our homes in search of our new future. In almost 1 year, you will leave everything you know for a chance. And by chance, I mean an opportunity that will let you follow your hopes and dreams. It's okay if you don't know what you want to be either. Uncertainty is part of every human and it's necessary for productivity. Uncertainty is what drives the human mind, and without doubt and uncertainty, we would never try anything. I knew that if I would get 100% on a test, I wouldn't bother studying for it. Uncertainty can cause us to push ourselves to be the best we can be. How many of you know what you want to study? Like 100%, you know what you're going to do, you're going to go to college, and that's it. See, okay, that's kind of what I was expecting, the majority of the class. And how many know what you kind of want to pursue and you know what's there? See, a little bit less. And then how many of you have no idea what you want to pursue and you're just going into it blindly? Whichever category you fell in, it's okay. It's great to know if you want to be a fashion designer or a neonatal surgeon. It's also okay if you want to, if your only goal is to pass this class or even just to finish the school year. It's not too late for you to decide and you still have time. Did you decide? Okay. I think the most important thing to do now is to set your goals. So the first tip I have is to get scholarships. There's something that I personally heard nonstop for the past 2 years. There's a lot of free scholarship websites available for your use. Scholarships.com, FASTSIP.com, Unigo.com, Niche.com, Raise.me.com, and so many more. I think that getting scholarships from early on is important to help for financial aid, and a lot of the scholarships are very easy to attain. One of the ones I applied for was to describe your best summer. I mean, the essays are really easy. They don't take up a lot of your time, and you might actually win, so it's definitely worth it. I remember last year when I attended my brother's graduation, someone had earned over $1 million in scholarships, and if he could do it, you could do it too. With a lot of things going on during senior year, it's important to stay organized and focused. Make an agenda, develop a system, or use your phone reminders to help keep yourself on track. I use multiple agendas in order to keep myself focused, and every day I write my homework on a note card to separate what must be done. It's not a foolproof plan, but it's definitely what keeps you on track and organized, and it's important, and with this method, it's hard to miss a deadline. The next tip that I have is procrastination. You've heard it before, and you'll hear it again for the rest of your life. Do not procrastinate. Procrastination is difficult because you fall behind on your work and you eventually become overwhelmed. In my club, we have a saying to eat the frog first. This means that you need to get the most important thing out of the way, the frog, done, so that the rest of the day will be easier for you. The next tip I have is to visit colleges. This summer is your time to travel around to the colleges of your choice to see which one would be a good fit for you. It's not too late for you guys to start if you haven't already. I haven't toured any colleges, but I think that knowing the campus as well as the demographics is very important. The next tip is to keep your schedule light. I mean, it's your senior year, and you shouldn't be afraid to relax. Everyone's seen this before. You get senioritis, and you shouldn't let that take it over, though. So make sure you have your easy schedule so that senioritis doesn't become too big of an issue. Even when you've been accepted to college, you can't let your grades drop, because once your grades drop, the colleges can actually resend your application and you'll be denied. The next tip that I know you guys have all heard is get those SAT scores up. Studies have proven that if you study just 9 hours with Khan Academy, your score will increase by 100. All colleges have a minimum requirement, and a lot of you are probably thinking of attending either UF or UCF. The UF requirement is 1240, but they recommend to shoot for an easy 1410. UCF's requirement is 1150, and they recommend you get a 1320. These shouldn't be far off from what you got on the last SAT, and with a few easy hours of practice and review, you should be able to get your score up to at least 1400. My next tip is to build your letters of recommendation. You never know what you need them for, so it's important to go around to some of your favorite teachers and ask for a letter of recommendation. Don't just choose teachers that you like, choose teachers that you know will write good and true things about you, and that their language will reflect both on their character and your character. And while this might sound weird, I basically mean just choose someone who won't misspell words and won't use the wrong nouns. Next is to get your Bright Futures hours out of the way. Who has finished all of the Bright Futures hours? Okay, that's actually less than I expected, But for those of you who did, good job, and it's not too late for you to start if you haven't. The best thing to do is just to join a service club. Any service club would work, but you can get those hours really quickly within 2 months, if anything. My last and final tip is to just enjoy your senior year. You're over halfway done with the education that you'll take probably throughout your entire life, and senior year is going to be great, so enjoy it while it lasts. Out of all these tips, it's up to you to choose your favorite and what you deem is the most important. Thank you.